Hey everyone. In this video I want to talk to you about boundaries, specifically how to communicate them better. Because a lot of people suck at this. A lot of people are a bit too nice, they're afraid of confrontation, so they're not good at communicating their boundaries. But also, people approach communicating their boundaries in the wrong way, because you should be able to communicate your boundaries even if you're afraid of conflict, because there's a way to communicate them that shouldn't even create any conflict. So how can you better communicate your boundaries? Well, you're going to want to keep in mind a few things. The first one is that you want to talk about your feelings, the way that you feel. That's the way you want to frame it. You want to say, I feel this way because of X, Y, and Z related to the other person. The second thing you're going to want to do is do not attack or blame the other person. This is usually what creates conflict, because people aren't good at communicating their boundaries. They often communicate them in a way where they attack and blame the other person. They say, you suck because you made me feel this way. That was all you're doing. You're a horrible person, so on and so forth. But really, if you frame it in terms of your feelings and you don't attack or blame the other person, you communicating your boundaries is more like you just speaking your truth. You're just telling them honestly how you feel about the situation. So that would look something along the lines of, hey, look, the way you treated me, the way you did X, Y, and Z did not make me feel good, and I don't like feeling that way. Going forward, please try to not do that behavior again. Notice how when you do that, you're making it all about your feelings and you're not attacking or blaming the other person. In a way, you're just saying, hey, look, like you probably weren't even trying to hurt me or upset me with your behavior. You just didn't know that that's not something I like due to my past or whatever it may be. You have your reasons and you may not even need to communicate that. But you should just tell them, hey, look, that behavior isn't cool with me, but it's not cool with me because of the way it makes me feel. It's not that you're a bad person for doing this. You're not attacking them or blaming them. You're just communicating, please don't act in that way around me, or do that thing or say that thing because it doesn't make me feel good. So that's pretty much all there is to it, really. Like, it's that simple. It does take practice, of course, but you really should think about communicating your boundaries as you just being honest about the way you feel, the way their behavior or what they said makes you feel. And sometimes they're going to do things or say things that you dislike, and in those moments you have to let them be aware of that, because if you don't, if you try to sweep it under the rug, you're just going to build up resentment towards them over time every time they repeat that behavior or say that thing again, and it's going to make you dislike them. So don't do that to them. If they're a mature person, they should be willing to hear your boundaries and make changes as necessary. And if they're not a mature person, if they have issue with you communicating your boundaries to them, well, don't view it as a loss, because in a way you're just getting rid of someone out of your life who can't even meet you where you're at, someone who's not mature enough to be in your life, because that's the way we really ought to view it when someone can't handle our boundaries. Don't think like woe is me and feel bad for yourself if it means this person doesn't have a spot in your life. Instead, just realize that it's kind of like the universe's way of getting rid of people who probably shouldn't be in your life anyway. If they're not mature enough to handle honest communication, do you really want to keep them in your life? I mean, that's a question we need to ask ourselves way more often. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you in this video. I hope it was helpful, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!